Big question was the seller ever really required to pay? And the answer is no. Contrary to what many people believe, sellers were never legally required to pay a buyer's broker. Broker compensation has always been negotiable. And historically, the listing broker would often advertise an offer of cooperation and compensation through the MLS. If another broker brought a buyer and successfully completed the transaction, that broker would receive the advertised compensation. That customary arrangement became so common that many consumers began to think it was mandatory, but it was not. What changed is that compensation is now negotiated more directly, more visibly between the buyer and seller. The seller can still agree to pay some or all of the buyer's broker compensation, and that can happen in several ways. The seller may authorize the listing broker to compensate the buyer's broker outside of the MLS. The buyer may request that the seller pay the buyer's broker compensation as part of the purchase offer, or the parties may negotiate a seller concession that helps cover certain buyer transaction expenses. The precise paperwork and structure matter, and those details, well, they should be handled by the professionals involved. But the practical answer is straightforward. A seller is still allowed to pay a buyer's broker compensation. And in the transactions that I'm seeing, most sellers they're still agreeing to cover some or all of that compensation. The important difference is that the amount is now a negotiable term of the transaction.